Real, no cut.
Yo, welcome to the BackEnd Business Podcast Show, episode 1.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
ATM Spook, how you feeling today?
I'm cool, man. Ready to get the show started. Let's do it.
We've been thinking and talking about this for some months now, and to be here, bro, how do you feel to be like this episode 1, we making it happen?
Oh, I feel good, first off. We've been talking and planning for a long time now. We got our first episode rolling right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We starting.
Let's go.
And what we about to start for the city, where we coming from, is well needed.
So with that being said, man, we're going to do some introductions, man, because we want to get y'all to know who we are. Some of y'all probably know us and see us, but, you probably don't even know we know each other, and we went to high school with each other. So I'm going to go first. So I go by Rosco, No.E. I'm one half of the BackEnd Business Podcast Show. Author, rapper, educator, businessman. Do a lot of different things, man, and that's just my passion. As y'all know, y'all probably see me on microphones a lot and stuff like that, but I built a lot of great relationships with people, and I want to showcase their story. Like, I want them to know, so I just want to use my platform to uplift others, and y'all gonna kind of see a lot from me, man. So ATM Spook, man, let them know a little bit about you, man.
Yeah, so my name ATM Spook. I'm the other half of BackEnd Business Podcast. And I'm into the music, manage a few artists, did a podcast about interviewing artists. A lot of my friends rap, a lot of my friends and brothers rap, and there wasn't no platform where they get interviewed, so I started doing that, being a positive influence. A lot of people look up to me that's under my generation, so we got this podcast to drop diamonds on them, change their mindset, you know what I'm saying, about business and just changing the statistic about how we coming up, the way we came up. So we're gonna be the voice.
There we go. And he got a little Coco in the building too.
Y'all
gotta understand.
This all real right here.
Look, dads matter,
little
man.
Girl, you feel me? Dads matter.
He girl dad at the same time, man. So that's even more special. So I wanted to transition to talk about how do we even come up with this idea? How did I know a lot of people gonna want to know and ask, but first and foremost, me and Spook, we went to Adams together. Yeah. So shout out to the John Adams Rebels.
Maroon and gold.
Maroon and gold.
You feel me?
We really went to school together, man, and we've been close for a while, man. Even back then, since 2010, 2009. When I used to see this guy with the iPad and the camera all the time documenting history, and we didn't even know what he was doing, man. So I remember we was already just paying attention to each other just naturally, even talking about stocks and stuff. And then I remember leaving my good friend Tay house down over 111, 110th, and I'm like, man, and Spook had saw me, man. And as I was going down the street, I remember he had remembered my hat, because I just did a hat. He like, hey, bro, pull over. So I pulled over, man. I'm going to let you tell some of the start of the story. But I remember pulling over because I wasn't going to pull over because I had to do something. But I'm like, nah, that's Spook. I got to holler at him.
Right.
And then Spook, what happened after that?
You was just coming down the street. I'm going to just be straight up. We posted up in the hood. He coming down the street. I'm like, hold on, that's my boy right there. Flag him down.
Yep.
Park, hop out. And we just got to chopping it. We just got to chopping about. This actually what sparked the idea of joining our podcast together, because he already had a podcast and I had one also. So we just decided
3 episodes.
Yeah,
we
both had 3 episodes. Yeah. So what is it? All right. Excuse Cody, but that was the initial idea to spark the conversation of us bringing our podcast together, because I was on the music side, he was on the business side, but I'm also into the business also. So we just thought, let's just merge both of them.
That's right.
And we was out there talking for at least 2-3 hours, just straight. You know what I'm saying, about what we about to talk about now. And with other guests in the future. So like I said, it just started from a conversation on the phone. Then we seen each other in the hood, and
come on, man,
that was it. And
so
here we are.
And that's exactly how it happened, y'all. And even a lot of people, the consistency behind it, me and him having conversations and talking about and sticking it through. A lot of times people can have ideas, but they don't follow through with it. They can talk to somebody like, hey, bro, we should do this, we should do that, and it's just all talk. But we stuck through it, and everything just lined up like it was supposed to. And before we get even into it, I want a big shout out to S&P Work Lab for this amazing space, podcast studio, for connecting us and just having something like this in a city where people like us, you know, that's from the city of Cleveland, can have a platform where we can talk. And it can be professional, you know. So y'all make sure y'all tap into S&P Work Lab. You know, you get treated like royalty here. Everything's state of the art. And I knew that when me and you were talking about doing this, it was so needed. And that goes into my next question. Like, you know, why do we think that this is needed? You know, everybody got podcast shows, everybody doing these, but why do we think ours is needed? And for me, it's because we know so much talent. Like you being in the music in the business, me being in the music in the business, we know some undiscovered diamonds in the city, but they're not getting that platform to talk about their story, and they're not getting a platform where it's like, look, this is legit. This is like professional. So I think it's needed because everybody has a gift. Everybody has a purpose, but everybody doesn't know how to connect people together. And I feel like we have that. So why do you think like the BackEnd Business is different or is needed compared to other shows?
I think this BackEnd Business podcast is needed on a simple fact, just like how you said, it's a lot of diamonds in the rough. It's a lot of diamonds that we both know that's getting out the mud.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, it's needed because I want to shine more light on that area so we can find them diamonds. Other people can find them diamonds and they can shine.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to build our platform and bring them as guests so they can tell their back-end story and how they going to change their generation up under them so they can feed their family, business-wise, career-wise, and just dropping jewels on them, period, though, just to change that mindset. Because where we come from, our mindset different.
Come on.
So now that we getting older and got wiser and we still learning about stuff. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, we just got to teach what's taught. You know what I'm saying? So all the stuff that we've been taught, let's give it on down to the next generation up under us.
Man, he just said something so important, y'all. Giving back. You know, a lot of times we can get some information. We have people up under us, but they not getting the information. They not getting it from nowhere. Right. So they looking at us for like, you know, I see hope in them. I see us inspiration in them, and they in their kids' life, and they working, and they could have went the other way, but we're not. And I think that's what makes us anomalies, man, in terms of what we talking about and what we're doing, because we come from the same neighborhoods and backgrounds, but we come from two different walks with it. And I feel like people going to be able to relate to that so much. I'm like, wait, you knew him and y'all kind of connected. How did this come about? But that's what y'all are going to see with our personality. So what do you think like, what is our plan that we want to deliver content-wise? Like, when it comes to the content on our show, what do we plan to deliver to the audience as they tune into our show?
I think at the end of the day, our listeners gonna leave with something they can apply to their life. You know, like if I'm in a situation where I'm trying to transition to do some business stuff or do something else different or just be in your own lane. We've been through that, so we can get them advice on how to maneuver to make a better way. You know, and at the end of the day, our listeners gotta leave with something valuable so they can apply to their life and their career, to their family life, or whatever. At the end of the day, like I said, we just gotta teach what's taught.
There we go. I like that a lot.
And we gonna give it to them in a way where they can understand it. And by they knowing us, they were like, oh well, I listen to them. See, and they giving that message to where we can understand it.
Let's go,
and
man.
we just some stand up guys, so you know. They gonna eat it up.
Listen, look, he said so much, y'all, and I would say the same thing. Authenticity. When people can relate to you and they like, nah, I'd rather hear from y'all because I know it's real. They'll be more willing, susceptible to take it in. Like, you know what? Nah, let me listen into it. And again, you know, I want to say this too. What are some of the podcasts that you're watching right now? That maybe inspired you along with, you know, wanting to do your own show or something. Like, what are some inspirations or people that are in this game that inspired you?
One podcast that inspired me to do the podcasting would be T.I. Expeditiously. Shout out to Tip, man.
Shout out Tip, y'all.
He dropped a lot of jewels. His vocabulary up there got me want to change my vocabulary and use bigger words, you know what I'm saying? But Tip, his podcast Expeditiously, Drink Champs.
Oh yeah.
Wallow and Gilly, $1 million worth of game.
Shout out to $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, shout out to them. So it's a lot of stuff, but I just listen to interviews and podcasts because, you know, this is gonna be our lane. So I'm trying to master the craft also. What about you though? What you listen to?
Same, bro. Same. $1 million worth of game. Earn Your Leisure. The business podcast, man. EYL. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure doing their thing with the podcast and educating our people when it comes to financial literacy and business and things like that, because we know that it's needed. And I of course, the Drink Champs, I've watched that too. $1 million worth of game. Joe Budden's podcast too.
Yeah.
Joe Budden podcast doing your thing, man.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's important. I think it's important as all. And going into this aspect too, like parenthood, you know, like being fathers, man. Like I hear Coco in the back, man.
Yeah.
So y'all, we want y'all to get this raw footage.
Yeah,
y'all know how it is when you at home and you got 2-year-olds. I have a 2-year-old son, you know, a little mad. So you know, when you're talking on the phone or doing something and not giving them attention, they gonna be saying your name. So y'all, if y'all hear Coco in the back, we don't care. This is a part of our show, man, and we want you to, because it's gonna be relatable, and we don't want to script it or nothing. We just want y'all to be able to understand.
It's all real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no script. It ain't no cut on it.
Nope.
What you see is what you get.
What you
hear is what you get.
So like with that being said, I'm gonna talk about who we're looking to interview, and I'm gonna pass it to you. Okay. Look, y'all, as an author, somebody that has a book, I understand that aspect. I want to talk to authors. I want to talk to photographers. I want to talk to dancers and artists and musicians and people. Like, we want to know your story. I know how tough it is to have art, even graphic designers that do paintings and stuff. We want to know about your side of your story. We want to know the back end. You know, them nights when nobody's with you and you're painting 4 or 5 hours, or you're dancing and nobody's with you in the choreography studio. We want to talk to you. We want to know about your back end. ATM Spook, who you looking forward to interviewing on the show? Like, who do you want to bring on here? Like, who you looking for?
We got a list of people for sure.
Yeah.
But some interesting people that I think it'll be a good interview to bring onto our platform. Corey Bapes will be one of them.
Hold up.
You feel me? So if you know Corey Bapes, he was probably one of the first rappers in our era.
Come on.
You know, and he had the city. And now he positive, not saying that he wasn't positive back there, but he more positive,
guy,
polished up. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to tell his back end story for sure, from how he started to where he at now.
Ooh.
And another one would be Angel, the owner of Plastic Boutique.
Shout out to Plastic Boutique, y'all.
Yeah, and she's a boss lady. She's doing her thing when it comes to her business, and that's interesting to me, to be a woman, you know.
Come on now.
That's empowerment, you know. So I want to hear that back end story about her too. So that's just gonna be setting the tone. So, you know.
So as y'all can see, what he just said was important, because you're not gonna just get one type of regular person on our show.
For sure.
You're not gonna just see artists or rappers and things like that, which we want to bring on. But you're gonna see people that own boutiques. You're gonna see barbers. You're gonna see people that got clothing lines. You're gonna see people that are dads. You're gonna see chefs. You're gonna see everything. We want this podcast to be for everyone, because everybody has a back end story. Like, and I feel like I want to transition to, what do you think Cleveland needs to grow? Like, I personally think in the city we need more collaboration, which is getting there.
Facts.
But we need more people, resources putting together.
Right.
Like, you know this, I know this, you know this person, you know that person. We need to come together and then do it consistently. Because I feel like I've been a part of a lot of things where we tried as a city to collaborate and do things, and it maybe worked a couple times, but it was no consistency, and it was no follow-up.
Right.
So I want to ask you in terms of, like, what do you think Cleveland needs to grow? Not even just on the music side, but like as a city, being a Clevelander, what do you think we need to grow as a city?
I think one thing for sure, two things for certain. We need to connect the dots, because it's a lot of people in the city that we both know that's trying to reach the same goal.
Same goals, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? But one person not gonna mess with another person for something that probably could be handled with a conversation.
Come on.
Nothing
now.
that serious.
Come on.
I think ego played a lot of part of everything too, though. People egos.
Talk about the ego. Talk about it.
Everybody in the same grind mode. Everybody stuck in the grind. You can't let your ego overpower that, so you can not collaborate or not work with somebody else that's chasing the same goal as you.
Come on now.
2 heads is better than one. You hear me?
Come on now.
See what I'm saying? So you gotta connect. I think we'd be, because there's enough talent in the city. I just think, you know what I'm saying, if we just connect the dots, man, and everything come together, just like the other cities that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, Atlanta, like they stick together. They put each other on. They work nonstop. So we can grab what we see them other cities doing and apply it to us. it could be the same outcome. You know.
Hey, look, yo, he said connect the dots. We
Connect
gotta
'em.
connect the dots because you gotta think about it as well. Like a lot of people is like, man, we gotta be like Atlanta. And guess what? Detroit did it. New York doing it.
I'm trying to tell you.
Chicago. So it's like,
Yeah.
literally, you said something right, man. We all can. We're nothing about us is different from any of them cities. We got the same talent. But you right. We do have to connect the dots, and you need connectors in it to do it. You know, everybody can talk a good game, and I know a lot of people that are connected, but they not willing to connect the dots. They like, I'm doing my thing. I'm not trying to get involved with that.
Right.
Okay, I'm doing my thing. I ain't really involved with that, but you know, we can do that. So let's talk about the importance of business, man, and the different type of businesses that, you know, you hear some people that are getting into, or you may want to get into, man. You know, like, what are some of those business ideas?
Well, starting off, ATM is a clothing line.
Talk about it.
LLC ATM SO. You know what I'm saying? We got the clothing line selling merch, hoodies, shirts,
Come on now.
hats, women clothes. You know, we just selling merch for our brand or whatever. But we business ventures. I want to get into all type of stuff. Like one thing for sure, I'm learning.
Yep.
What we both learning.
Yep.
Stocks. We get into the stocks for sure.
Come on now.
I want to get into the wholesale and real estate.
Yeah,
You know,
talk to them.
You know, we're gonna give them. We're gonna. It's a lot of way. And with that though, one thing I learned from that, you don't need your own money with that. You
Come
know what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
Wholesale and real estate. So it's a lot of stuff that I want to get into and look into and just make some money with.
Let's go.
Cause it's a lot of money out here.
It is.
You gotta put your name on it.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff as far as business ventures that a person can get into. We all can get into.
I'm gonna
What
say
about you though?
I'm about to say I'm gonna say something on that too, man.
Yeah.
Stocks for sure. I love investing in stocks, man, and talking to people about it because they understand it. But I want to own my own school. Ooh. Yeah, bro. I really want to start my own school, my program. I'm working on the paperwork and stuff now, man. So that's my big time goal. Yeah. But even then, man. Yeah, bro. Even then, I want to have like you know, businesses. You know, I kind of got the book going and do my consulting company and stuff. But I'm like, it ain't nothing like having a brand where it's gonna be around forever. Right. And I want to leave a legacy to my son, just like I know you want to leave a legacy to your daughter. Yeah. But how important is like speaking of, you know, with your child here, how important is it to be able to balance, you know, working your job with having a young child? What do you think is the toughest challenge, and what do you think is the most rewarding thing from it?
The most rewarding thing from it would be the time that I don't have her use and abuse that time to get what you need to get done. Yeah. Because once you got your child, you know what I'm saying, it's all about them. It's daddy and daughter time, daddy and son time, or whatever. But when you don't have them, handle your business.
Talk to them.
Use and abuse that time. You know? Yeah.
See, when you hear that word, that
trying
means
to tell
stop.
you, like, we working now. I gotta tend to her, but it's work time.
It is.
But that's the advantage and the disadvantage. When you got them, it's just they time. Yeah. You might still have something to do. You do little by little. You gotta just manage it. Just balance it out, manage it, and it'll all come together. And most importantly, have patience. You gotta have patience. Patience is the key.
Yep.
Got to.
Look, and I'm glad he just said that, y'all, because we have a lot of new dads that are coming into the world, and a lot of young dads too. And I'm learning that as well, having a son. Patience is so important, y'all. Cause kids, they just different. You know, they beautiful and they handsome and they cute, but you gotta understand that kids will push you to that level. If you don't know, man, and you only know your child, man. So I already know how it is. But I would say just the challenge, like he said, you know, when it's the child time, it's the child time. And me being somebody that's into business, doing so much, my wife would tell me all the time, like, you need to make time for your kid. You need to like stop doing what you're doing, and you need to spend some time with us. And I'd be like, all right, but I'm always thinking like I'm doing this because I want to be able to make sure you're all set as he gets older. Right. But you know, I understand the importance of it, and they said like that child time when they're a kid like that, we don't get it back.
Right. So and that's like, what I was about to say on to that point right there.
Yeah.
Money, you can provide for your child, for the family, or whatever, but money ain't all that. As long as them bills paid, money is just a tool to get you some more money, to get you whatever you need to get. But money is not gonna have the time you need to, you know what I'm saying? Money can't replace time. Basically.
That's very true.
So spend time. Like you can buy whatever.
Yep.
it's material. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna last so long. You can buy whatever.
Come on.
It's only gonna last. New stuff turn into old stuff quick. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Like, but spend that time though. So
look, and that was I was gonna say in terms of advice. He said spend time with your kid. I would say invest in them as well. You know, what are they into?
Yeah.
I work with high schoolers now, and I be telling them all the time, you know, you got your parents want you to do one thing, but you love this. Like you like games and stuff, and they want you to do this. If that's what you into, parents, let's find a way we can master that. Let's find a way we can bring that out of our kids' lives, man. So again, I would just say too, knowing when to put the phones and put your business away for your kid is very important, because I know me, man, I'm doing so much. I'm like, man, but I gotta make time for them too, man. And we want to interview dads on our show too. You know, we moms, dads, we want to talk to their parents as well, because y'all got a back end story too. You know, you doing something, you got a business, you got kids, and sometimes on our show, y'all gonna see our kids on the show. You know, you're gonna see them with us, because we're active dads. You know, we're in our lives, and I know a lot of friends that are struggling with even being able to see their kid, whether it's from the baby moms or the girlfriends and stuff like that, or vice versa. So for us, man, we want to be able to show y'all that too. I can't wait to have that
conversation on here. Ooh. We're gonna stir up some feelings on that. For real.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good conversation. I think everybody wants to hear, man. But I know we kind of coming up on 30 minutes, man. So I want to do some shout outs too before we get wrapped up and stuff. But shout out to the S&P Work Lab. I'm gonna keep on saying that.
Shout out
Brianna, what's up? Shout out to you, Renee, Brian, doing this thing, man. We love the space that y'all provided for the city. Not only just the city, but for creatives and business individuals that don't even know we have a hidden gem right here that's discovered.
I'm trying to tell you.
So I would say that, man. What do you and then what do you think about that? Just the S&P Work Lab experience. Like, what would you tell somebody that wants to come here or be a part of something like this?
I would tell them to make that trip downtown, straight up. When you had sent it to me and I got looking at the picture, I'm like, oh yeah, this it. They got a big sign in here that say, content is currency.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? And what we living in right now, you gotta have content if you're gonna make some money. If you on the internet, if you got a business, if you rapping, if you singing, if you dancing, you gotta have content to make some currency. You feel me? So this space is a multimedia area.
Come on.
Like Roscoe said earlier, everything state of the art.
Come on.
Brand new. You know what I'm saying?
Feel like royalty in here.
Yeah,
you know,
for real.
Treated like a real professional, man. So
for real.
Let's talk. I want to say shout out to them. And just, if you're an artist, you a small business owner, big business owner, you a designer, photographer, anything, y'all come get with us. Talk to us. Hit us up on the BackEnd Business podcast page.
Yeah,
we'll be having a YouTube and everything going, but we want to hear from you. You know, we don't want to turn anybody away from our show, but as we're growing and y'all are hearing this first episode, just getting to know us, y'all gonna know that y'all in for a rude awakening, man. So we got some guests coming on next week. We gonna keep it on the hush until you see. But just know we want to bring something fresh to the city that, you know, people can relate to and be a part of, man. So I'm excited, man, and I would say that's what I'm most excited about launching more and more with this, is people getting to hear our perspective, and at the same time shine a light on others.
There you go. I'm with that also. I'm with that 100%. Just telling our back end story, how we came up and moving forward. And also shining light on others that's doing the same thing we doing, working towards the same goal, to get our family straight, and just make a better life, better way for us.
Better way, y'all. So look, next episode we're gonna be doing, we actually had that coming up. We're gonna try to do them weekly, and then probably have the footage out for y'all on Sundays. So I know people is always kicking in and stuff like that, doing their things, man. But, you know, we probably want to do that because I know sometimes everybody's relaxing. But we're going to give y'all something dope to watch on Sundays where it's not too long. You know, maybe get maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes where you can get some good information and get off. Because I know I got a short attention span, and I don't really watch nothing past like an hour or so if I'm really not into it. Yeah. So we just want to give y'all that quick power-up motivation, man, and everything. So you can contact us. Again, you can follow me at Rosco_No.E. You can let them know where you can follow you.
You can follow me at ATM.SO on IG.
That's right. BackEnd Business Podcast. You can follow us on IG. Send us a DM, y'all. If you want to come on and you want to learn about what we got going on, and you want to just contact with us, we got something special on our hands. And I know it may take us a couple of episodes before y'all dig that and see it, but just know BackEnd Business Podcast Show is here to stay, and we got some special things in tune for y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
But
So
one thing, what you was about to say?
no, I was about to say, go ahead.
I just want to ask you, like, because I told you this over the phone when we had a conversation. But do you know, like, you the first one that I know.
Wow.
That's in our age range, age bracket, whatever you want to call it, that got your own book. You know what I'm saying? You graduated college. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Straight out of Adams, went to college, playing basketball, all that.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's how long we knew each other now. I'm telling you.
Y'all, like Adams.
We went two different ways. You know what I'm saying? My boy went to college, graduated, Bowling Green.
Thank you, man.
Started rapping, dropped the book. I don't know nobody that did that for real, especially got their own book, almost a biography of your life. So like, how did that come about? Like, what made you even? What came into your head? Like, I want to write a book.
Man, that's a good question, man. Thank you for giving me my flowers too, man. You always looked out for me and just been authentic before any of this, man. That's why we always stay connected. But bro, it was the quarantine, and I'm like, man, I have a story to tell. I did something, like you said, being one of the first, not only in my family, but in the neighborhood, to really go to college and then graduate and come back. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm still Mikey. I'm still in the mix. But I would say, bro, I'm like, I got to do this not only for my son, legacy-wise, but I feel like what I did in college was powerful because I was part of a big video, being on ESPN and stuff. I'm like, man, I need to tell this story. So many people come up to me like, hey, man, how'd you get picked for that video? And think I come from this privileged world where I just, he probably, all the people I went to college with that didn't know my story, they like, he probably come from the burbs and got money. And,
hey, that boy comes straight up the way.
Man, don't even know from miles, man. and they looking at me like, bro, no, he really from this, and I didn't change. So I'm like, let me write a book about it, and self-publishing and everything, bro. I'm like, I knew I could do it, and I'm like, think about the aspect, and we sold 110 copies now, you know, so I'm like, to say I got 100 copies sold of a book independently out my office space, out my basement, and doing it. Shout out to Jamil at Elevated Waves, man, for helping me. Another dope artist, author in the city, taking care of things and helping me do that, bro. But it was thinking about legacy, and it was the quarantine where I was already at home. I'm like, if I don't do it now, I never will. So I started typing it up in May, and then of 2020, and then finished, May, and then I finished it towards like October, November, and release it in January, bro. So I'm working on book number 2 now, man.
Oh yeah, that's major right there.
Look, when your book coming, man, we need
book. Hey, that's one thing we talked about too. My book gonna come too. I gotta get them highlights and everything what I'm gonna talk about together. But my book gonna come too. I gotta tell my story too. Like, we come from the same area, took 2 different routes in life. But we still ended up back together, doing good, we straight. So I got to tell a story too.
I'm about to ask you that, man. In terms of us coming from high school and maneuvering how we did, how would you say you were able to maneuver? Because a lot y'all that know us know me and Spook's backstories. You know, you see what I'm doing when I'm doing. How were you able to not get caught up in everything that you could have possibly get caught up in, and still be somebody who people respect? What do you think that came from, where, you know, what happened, and people still respect you to know, like, nah, he's authentic, real dude?
I think I just always been me. You feel me?
I would agree.
You know what I'm saying? I just always been me, no matter what was going on. Like, I knew who I came in with. That's what I'm gonna leave out with. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've always been me through the whole situation. Like, a lot of stuff happened or whatever, but I still been me and roll with the same people I roll with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people came, you see how you vouching for that. So I came with the same people, leaving with the same people, and within the time frame of everything, been the same. I mean, just made adjustments, man. Life all about adjustments and stuff like that. Just adjust to every situation and everything that happened. Stayed in my lane and knew what I was gonna do. I mean, it was just simple, like
tell them.
It was just more so I wanted to do something different. I mean, we all in the hood. You know what the circumstances of the hood come with, what it come with, what can happen, all this stuff. And the way I look at it, me and my peoples, we did a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to just do something different. We ain't never made $1 million before.
Ooh, come
you know what I'm saying?
Now,
like, ain't never made $1 million, so I'm trying to do something different.
Man, if y'all just see how powerful that was, man. Like, we did a lot of different things, but we ain't make $1 million yet.
You feel me?
And that's so powerful, man, because like you said, bro, and I know your story from seeing it on the other side. That's why I'm like, man, y'all just gotta understand who y'all talking to and dealing with. And I want to bring up Maine.
Yeah.
You know,
Long
talk about it, man. Let them know. That's and I'll talk about Bill as well, but I want you to talk about that because that was your guy, and you know.
Long live Maine, man. Long live my brother. Ever. Rest in peace, my brother, Maine. You know what I'm saying? Maine, my brother, best friend, good dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A hustler. You know what I'm saying? Like, first one out of everybody that was hustling. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the bag.
Understood.
Running this money up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, we was just on some. We both had the brains. Mm-hmm. We both had the hustle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we just clicked. Wow. Met in high school. Yep. And we just clicked and just made it happen. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Became bosses. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And did what we had to do. And just made it happen. Just getting some money. See? Like, that was basically it, really. And he was. I'm gonna just tell this story because I never told him. I don't think I never told nobody this because it was only me.
Okay, cool.
We was at his house one night. And he knew, like, I'm just gotta do something. We already knew we had to just do something different. He like, man, what you want to do that's gonna better us?
See, I don't know this story.
Yeah, so we in the living room. I'll never forget. We in the living room. We was watching Belly or something.
Classic.
But you feel me? We smoking, watching Belly. He just come out of nowhere like, man, so what you want to do that's gonna make us all better? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we gotta start a business or something. He like, man, listen, I got $1,000 right now.
What?
To start whatever you want. He was the first person that believed in me.
Wow.
And at the same time showed me like, man, I got the money to back you up too. Like,
wow.
We paused the movie, put the blunt down. He went into the back, got the 1,000, slapped it right on the table. Like, look, you think I'm playing? It's right here. What you want to do?
See,
we need a bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, like I said, everything get old quick. Though we ain't about to just keep running the streets for the longest.
Got you.
So he like, man, I got 1,000 right now. Whatever you want to do, go get it. Slap it on the table. I'm like, man,
put 1,000 up though. That's unheard of too, man.
Straight up.
Like, hold on, keep telling.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like we was real brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's still my brother. Like, he's the first person. Like, man, I got 1,000 right now. What you want to do? Wow. That's gonna help us have a better way in life.
Yeah.
Went to go get it, slapped it on the table. I'm just like, man, damn, like, like, bro, for real, bro, for real. So from that point on, I just had it in my head, like, man, we just gotta do something else. We gotta do something else, cause the way I look at it, the streets on life support, man.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Man. It's only so much a person can do. If you run the streets, you know, you either gonna be dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? And type of time we on, we ain't gonna do neither. We ain't going to jail to eat bologna sandwiches or none of that. Man. We ain't doing none of that. We gonna get some money and just be out in Kingston, Jamaica somewhere. I want we all gotta get passports. You feel me? Like,
talk to him.
This type of time we on, but I always knew like we just gotta do something different. Just something, like I said, we did everything, but we ain't never make $1 million before. Man, so
dude, that's gonna be
the goal.
Dude, he just said so much, y'all. And if y'all knew, man, y'all know he was authentic, real dude, man.
For sure.
So definitely rest in peace to him. And I want to talk about Sam Bill. Losing my guy, man, losing my best friend actually August of 2020 last year, him being gunned down and stuff like that, man. And it's like we all went to Adams together, you know what I'm saying? And he was my right hand guy, but he was in jail. And when he finally got out, he was only out probably about a couple of weeks. And I saw him the week before he got killed. So that was the last time I saw him. And it's like, man, you don't really think about it. You don't really think about death like that. And I still catch myself thinking about him or looking at his obituary or something like that. But it's like, man, you right. We had so much potential and talent. There's so much that we gotta accomplish that it's like, whoa, we doing it. Yeah. And they living through us. But like you said, let's make passports getting cool. Let's make getting life insurance cool. Let's make talking that stock talking get cool. Let's cut out all the nonsense we're hearing, y'all. Cool. Anybody got designer? Cool. We got about I got racks.
Everybody getting money.
Yeah, we get it, man.
That's one thing. Listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but
do your thing.
That's one thing that I want to change too. Like, money is easy to get. It's all about managing it.
Ooh, come on now.
You can get some money.
Come on now.
Cody got some money.
Come on now.
Got to teach you how to manage it. That's all it's about. Anybody can get some money. Man. It's all about managing it.
Come on now.
That's what this podcast gonna play a part about. Like, we gotta teach the generation up under us how to manage the money.
I love that.
Get the money.
I love that.
Go get it. We ain't gonna stop you from getting it, but you gotta learn how to manage it.
Come on,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Make the money work for you.
Oh, look, y'all don't understand how much diamonds y'all picking up right now. That's what we gonna have to start drop diamonds, man.
You feel me? Right. We need some sound effects.
Right. We dropping diamonds here because the thing about it is like you say, you can get money, but how do you make the money work for you? Yeah. That's why I think stocks is important and investing in a business or real estate and stuff, because even people that keep money in their bank, you shouldn't do that.
I'm trying to like
a lot of people don't know I sell life insurance and I got the legal aid and I do all these different things, and you got that money just sitting in the bank, or better yet, you got it sitting in a shoebox, not doing nothing for you. And I tell my guys that's in the mix, I say, look, y'all take that money and invest it so it's building for you. You don't have to do nothing at all.
There you
Instead
go.
of taking that money and blowing it on $1,000 shirt, and you could have got a $10 white tee or a pack of white tees.
I still go to Open Pantry and get them $5 tees, man.
Off the rip, bro.
I still go to the gas station to get that $5 tee.
Come on, man. And people don't understand. I say, look, I can go to the Goodwill and outdress the flyest dude, got $1 million. But guess what? My son and my family, we put money away for them, so that money can grow. So if you do get a big bag, you can put it into something that you can grow it, whether it's a property or something.
Right.
It's so many different ways in 2021 y'all to get paid. DoorDash, Instacart. I mean, like, it's out of control. So if you're not getting no money in terms of legally or however you're going to do it, or at least trying to figure out a way, you're literally just cheating yourself, because it's not the same game it was before back in the day with my dad and my uncles all being locked up.
Yeah.
I was the only one out of all our guys that stayed the path.
Yeah.
That's why I said we're diamonds. We've been chosen.
For sure.
And I don't take it for granted. I'm thankful in my neighborhood. There's like, nah, little Mikey, he hoop. He ain't in the streets. Like, nah, he cool. We ain't gonna put him in the streets.
Right.
And some people like yourself, you were in that. But guess what? That's why our show is so dope. You can come from that perspective, and I can come from the other side of going to college and graduating and still saying, like, bro, we the same people.
Same people.
It's just a different walk, and we the same. We the same story. So I definitely want to inspire the other young guys that are watching us, that are in high school, and young cats under us, to let you know it is other dudes out here that's player. That's really not what you see on music and everything, and always in the media.
And that's the thing about it. It's just speaking on that point, like, one thing about it, when you just being you, being in your lane, or whatever you want to call it, you going to have more people that respect you for just being you.
Yes,
and
man.
that causes you to have good relationships with people, because they know, like, oh yeah, he just him. He in his own lane.
That's right.
He can still come around, kick it from the hood. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody gonna kick you out the hood or ban you, but you still from the hood. Like, you get more respect, and you have relationships with people because they know you just you.
Come on, man.
And that's a good point. Like, relationships, because I know I got relationships with people that money can't buy.
Wow.
Like, you can't buy type of relationships I have or you have. Connections we got with people, you can't buy them.
Can't.
Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Just be you at the end of the day, because you'll get more respect from being you than to be out here being a crash dummy. You know what I'm saying? Doing something that's out of your character. All you crashing out.
I'm about to say, all because you trying to fit in and you crashing out.
Yeah.
And the people you think that you gonna crash out for you, they ain't even gonna crash out for you.
I'm telling you.
And I saw it happen. That's why I say, look, be a leader in your own lane and what y'all doing, and then show people how you get on the back end. Okay, you working 9 to 5. Congratulations. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about that.
And one thing about that, if you working a 9 to 5, man,
talk to them.
If you working a 9 to 5 and you got a business or whatever, use that if your bills paid, use that 9 to 5 to support your dream.
Talk to them.
Use that 9 to 5 to chase your dream. Your bills paid. If they not paid, use that 9 to 5 to catch up on your bills. And then when you get caught up on them, use that 9 to 5 to chase your dream.
Talk to them.
Put $100 up every check, every other check. Put it into your business account. Enough money so you can buy some inventory or whatever you selling. You know what I'm saying? And get to
diamonds.
it. I'm telling you.
Look, man, and somebody like myself that does that, working
checks
a 9 to 5. Checks and balances, man. Assets, not liabilities, y'all.
You feel me?
We work in jobs, and we also have businesses that we run because we understand that. And I know a lot of times, God don't spill that. A lot of times, a lot of people, they say you got, back in the day, it was kind of like you got to work for 50, 60 years and retire. And I know my parents and grandparents are people that thought like that, but it's a new generation.
It's a new world.
You don't have to work, 40, 50 hours for a company you don't want to work with if you know how to start something that you love and do it yourself, because of online businesses and e-commerce and all these different things. And I just want us as a people, y'all, to push ourselves to be better. Like, don't just be content with the way everything's been done with our parents and our grandparents. Like, try to change the narrative of your generation and lineage, because we're the ones that's going to change the next decade for our children and the people who come. So I did want to say that, man. Whether you're an entrepreneur too, if you're an entrepreneur, don't be talking down on nobody that got a 9 to 5, or if you're a 9 to 5, don't talk about nobody that got an entrepreneur, because guess what? They both go hand in hand. It's just one of you are living more comfortable because you know you don't have to go actually hustle. You just go to work. The other person really out here hustling, getting it. They may not have the same income as you, but y'all can potentially have the same income depending on what it is. So I'm for everybody. I'm for 9 to 5ers and I'm for entrepreneurs. But at the end of the day, do whatever makes you passionate. And your heart, if working at a company that takes care of you is your passion, don't let nobody get you out of it. But if you know you're not happy there and you want to be in a business, then do that and don't get caught up in the 9 to 5 where you're not happy. That's gonna hurt you in the end. So I wanted to say that.
And speaking of not getting caught up, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the internet, man. The internet, listen, we gotta normalize just being yourself, man. The internet showing, oh, you gotta have this and have that to be alright.
Nope.
Work that 9 to 5. Don't listen to what nobody else say, man. I'm gonna say a quote from T.I. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to them.
How they feel about you is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So don't listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Do you work that 9 to 5? Cause ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
Look,
support your dream, chase the money.
Get an account. Grow when you get the income, grow it a little bit. Don't just let nobody tell you what to do with your income. You know, figure out what it is that you want to do, man, and invest in it. Like I said, me taking out money to put the book out. Right. That's something I wanted to do. I knew that have a plan to get the money back. Don't just take something if you can't pay it back. And I feel like that's important too, man, because we want to get you to that next level. We ain't saying we there. We ain't saying we got it all together. But with our inspiration from our show and what y'all hearing from us, from these diamonds you hearing and jewels, we wouldn't want y'all to understand, like, BackEnd Business Show is something big. S&P Work Lab, what they have right here is something big. The city of Cleveland, y'all know the All-Star game coming here next year. Right. Like, that's going to be big for the city. NFL draft, you know, things like that. It's so much coming to the city. And it's time for us to stop playing, y'all. Let's stop playing around and competing with each other and putting each other down. There's some positive things going on too. Let's keep uplifting each other. Let's keep building each other's platform up. Let's keep on doing all those things because it's very important, y'all. It is very important, and we're gonna use our platform to shine your light and talk about that. So shout out to Tip. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game and Wallow and Gilly. We want to shout y'all out because y'all inspired us, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And we doing something
especially
like this.
$1 Million Worth of Game, man.
Come on.
I love that podcast. They some fools right there.
And people come back. Oh, yeah, you can't even talk about, I forgot, what's that, 95 South show? With Carlos
85 South. Oh, yeah, shout out to 85 South, man. That's another one, man.
Another dope show, man. Like, it's so many different inspirations, y'all, man. So we gonna keep it going, man. And again, to my parents, y'all know what's up, man. So invest in your kids, like really, like in their dreams and what they want to do, and read. I'm gonna just say that here. I'm the educated reader one. Right. Listen, y'all, read. I love to read, man. And people are like, "What's your secret weapon?" I'm like, I read. That's what I have over people that I think sets me aside. I'm just me, and I like to read, man. And that's what it is, man. That's what kept me covered, man. Shout out to the Lord for keeping me covered, and shout out to my sisters and them too, man, because you know. That's my family and I love them, but I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do, man. Straight up. So what do you say? What is your long term vision in terms of just like what do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Like what do you see yourself doing?
I see myself just still growing the business and just master my craft at whatever I'm doing within that time frame. I really can't tell the future, but I know I'm just trying to be working and have my money working for me.
Man. You know y'all gotta look at the talk that was going on.
Yeah, you feel me? Like that's just basically it for real. Because like I said, everybody working towards the same goal, trying to be financially free and being stable. So whatever you're doing, it's possible. So just be stuck in the grind and make it happen.
Look, RP to Nip. I don't care, man. I'm going to just throw it out there because I've been watching a lot of Nipsey stuff too. And he tell you, man, being stuck in the grind and that it's a marathon, y'all. And running this race, like Spook keeps saying, like it really is. We all trying to get to the same spot. We trying to be successful. Trying to make our money work for us, trying to take care of our families. And I ain't going to say trying. We taking care of our families. We making our money work for us. And it's like, how can we get more of it? That's it. You know, if the Lord if you can't handle $100, He ain't gonna give you $1 million. Like you can't even balance $100. Why would I give you $1 million? So if you can master $100 or $1, then you can be like, I'm comfortable to get more. And I'm learning that too. So I want to make sure on our show we educating y'all on financial literacy because it's important.
Right.
What is a bank account? What is a stock? What is a mutual fund? We're not hearing about that in our neighborhoods, and I feel like that can change a lot. And y'all gonna get that on this show. Y'all gonna get the fun, the bad, the good, the ugly, the business, the whole nine. Is really unscripted. Because these are natural conversations that me and him have all the time, and we just feel like we should bring the world into it, man. And y'all learned a little bit today about our back end side as we kind of, you know, finishing up the show here. But I just wanted y'all to see the perspectives that y'all going to get, and also know that this is coming from real guys. People that know us can vouch for us and say that. And a lot of people say it. They're like, man, I'm a real dude and everything, but your rap sheet doesn't show that. So stop. Don't be who you're not. Stop pump faking to be something you're not in a world full of perception, man.
He is not lying.
Like, perception on social media is a beast. So like, who you gonna be? It ain't nothing but a TV show, and I feel like who do you want to be? Stop hiding behind the curtains of who you are and just jump and be you.
The most important thing is the person who you is when you log off. When you slide that little app up and it's gone, that's who the person you need to be all the time. Cause that's the way that's one thing with me. Like, I'm one way. If I mess with you, I mess with you one way. I don't half-ass fuck with you. I mess with you one way. So that's why I think it'd be less problems if it was like that. If that was going on,
being yourself, y'all. Being one way, if on and off the screens, like you said, it's like a TV show. You get on the app and get the cap, and you get off, and you in reality. And I know too many stories like that, y'all. And we not on here judging. We just saying, like, to make the social media and the world a better place, be you. Because guess what? If you're not being who you are on that app, and somebody see you in real life, they gonna be like, you exposed. And who want to live a life like that, though? Don't live a lie, man. You can go to sleep with peace when you don't do that.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you.
So this the BackEnd Business Show, y'all. We've been, as you know, we've been going in, y'all, and we can do this all night. But again, we just wanted y'all to know more about the guests, more about the host at the same time, what we're doing, man. And y'all gonna be catching this a lot more, man. So, what do you want to say? Any final words to them, man? I know we got some time still left on here, but let me see what else we can talk about, man. Cause we've been kind of going in a lot, man. But let me. I got some notes here. Let me see. Back to the city of Cleveland. You excited for the All-Star Weekend? I mean, the NBA All-Star Weekend next year.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in there. I ain't gonna lie. Listen,
think this is for the city? Like,
it's real important because it's gonna bring more money to the city.
Yeah.
Promoters gonna come here booking the big artists.
Come on, man.
Might need some artists to open up for the big major artists. So it's gonna be an all around good look for Cleveland. But I'm trying to be in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be in there watching LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who team he gonna have, but I'm trying to watch LeBron in person.
Gonna show out being back in the city.
Rocket. But that's gonna be real big though.
I'm excited for it too, man, just because of the amount of energy it's gonna bring to the city. I still remember the finals and being downtown when the finals happened, man. We won the final, bro. That was a crazy year.
Oh yeah, I was downtown too.
Yeah,
was leaving out of spirits.
I think we all was.
Yeah,
everybody in the city, man, and just to be a part of that and see it.
If anybody got that video from that night when they won, send that to us, cause I was on top of the fire truck. If you was downtown, I was on top of the fire truck.
I saw people on there.
Send that video.
Look, if y'all got that footage, send it, man, because that's classic stuff, man. But I feel like it's gonna be dope and it's gonna be needed for the city, man. It's gonna bring a lot of heavy hitters here. And again, y'all, you know, we're gonna be doing our show as well. So if you're a celebrity or just somebody that's trying to get their story told, you know, around that time, hit us up. You know, we want to set something up with you at the same time because we got something going. And by then we should probably be 50 episodes in, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling y'all, you're gonna look back at this episode and be like, man, they said that this first episode now is All-Star Weekend and the All-Star people reaching out to them to come on the show. Right. So y'all just stay tuned, man, because I see this being something huge and big. And make sure y'all follow us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel, man, because we're gonna start uploading lots of footage there. And we want y'all know how YouTube work. You gotta subscribe and share. You know the kids be saying subscribe and like on my channel. Right.
We need all that. We need all the love.
Share, y'all. Follow. We appreciate everybody that's been tapping in already on the IG side of things, but We got some stuff in store for y'all. Now, if y'all have any ideas too, y'all can email us and let us know and send us messages like, what do y'all want to hear us talk about?
Right.
Like, we don't want to just be talking about what we want. We want to hear from y'all too, because this is the
more
people
relatable
show.
to everybody, so we can have more people tune in.
Yep.
And get it going on all aspects.
Yep.
Firing on all cylinders, so everybody can feel it.
Why do you think relationships and networking is important to you?
I think it's important because, like I said, like if you have a relationship with a person when it started from nothing, that's gonna be a powerful relationship. We all real and authentic with each other. That's gonna be powerful.
Diamonds.
I just think relationships is just powerful, period, though, because like I said, you cannot buy a good relationship with a person. That's only temporary.
Very true.
That's like paying for a feature. It's just for that little time frame. Y'all ain't gonna kick it afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta start with somebody. Build a relationship that's not based off money. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, build a relationship that's not based off of money.
Yeah.
It's so powerful because when you do that, you authentically have a good friend. Even if you go broke or if you get more rich. And I done built a lot of good relationships with people that wasn't money situations. All it was just us being cool, having something in common. That's why when I build with people, I don't even want to talk about money.
Right.
Like, I need to get to know who you are, because if I know that you on some trash with no money and money come into play, I don't even want to deal with you. That's why I be so crazy in my circle in terms of who I deal with, man, because I know I'm gonna bring authenticity to the table. Yeah. And I know when that bread come,
likewise,
it's gonna be more for everybody, man. That's the thing. I always tell my friends, I say, if we get $100,000, you take your 50, I'm gonna take my 50. I'm gonna quadruple mine or whatever.
Right.
You can do what you want with yours, but that's why it comes to mindset. Like, your mentality is your mentality. Everybody has different mentalities. I just know what I'm gonna do with mine. So y'all stop letting money get in the middle of y'all families and kids and friends and stuff, man. I know money is important, but money's a piece of paper. And at the end of the day, we do work hard for it, but don't let it cause your life, or don't let it get in between relationship where you can burn it.
Right. Don't let it tear relationships you got with real people down. If y'all was broke together, but soon as y'all get some money, y'all not friends no more.
That hurt.
That's a money problem. You can't have that.
Nah, man, that hurt. Especially when y'all been not even saying struggle together, but when y'all was in the mud together, and then you see somebody come out and they got all that bread and they don't come back to you. Not even saying like they got to, but it's like for real, like, bro, you see what my situation is. You should want to. Yeah. But if they don't, you definitely is like,
handle
okay,
your business.
I'm gonna handle my business on the
regardless,
other side.
Right. That's the thing about it. You gotta just handle your business regardless.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't go by handouts over here. Like,
nah.
You gotta hustle for it. You gotta be stuck in the grind.
What about the people that get stuck in the handouts? Some people, everybody not like us.
Yeah, that's right. Nah. That's why we got this podcast to change their mind. Listen, no handouts, man, because that only lasts so long, man. You can't do no handouts, man.
Come on, man.
The handouts, that's just a handout ain't nothing but you getting spoon fed.
Wow.
You getting spoon fed from another person. They determining how you eat.
And your family.
You feel me?
Come on,
so
man.
If you getting spoon fed with something small, you small ball. You can't feed everybody off that little spoon. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your own.
Yeah, and that's why I talk to people who people that may have had friends that have been famous and successful. Yeah. And thinking about it in terms, I know Wallow and them have spoke this before. They can when you got a crew of people, like say your close homie just pop and he bringing all the homies on, and you see him with like 40 people when he make it, and then then 20
get smaller 15, and smaller.
It's because everybody has to have a role you have to play, and you have to be able to be valuable.
Assets and liabilities.
Come on, man. I'm telling you can't just be around kicking it all the time and not bringing nothing to the table, because when it comes to business, if you're the one that's gonna kick it all the time, we're not doing that. So I'm only call you to kick it. Right. And my business guys, we're gonna be together all the time, because every day is a new way to build a business.
And at the same time, I don't see how a man can, you know what I'm saying, feel like a man when another person
is paying their pockets.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I wouldn't feel right. Like, I don't know. Everybody different,
that's gonna
though.
hurt some people too. We ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but it's true.
It's true.
If you one of them people, man,
comfortable with that. You can't just be spending another person's money.
Nah.
Like, you spending their money constantly though. Like,
they gonna cut you off sooner or later.
You feel me?
Like, man, I ain't my own my own family ain't spending my money like this, man. But you definitely for my people that's a part of a family or a clique of people that's doing something, find a lane. Find something you good at and tell your homie that got the bread, like, hey, bro, like Spook said what Maine did. He said, I got 1,000 for you. Like, what you gonna do? Make sure your man's is ready to put some money up for you if he really believe in what you doing. Or
Seriously.
if he say no, make sure you got a plan to go get it yourself so you can say, look, bro, I got a rack right here. Could you match me?
I'm trying to tell you. And that's 2 right there.
See?
You know what I'm saying? That 2,000 could be a whole inventory of whatever y'all selling.
Man, don't sleep on 2 racks, y'all. A
I'm
lot of people,
telling you.
it ain't a lot of money, but it is in terms of what you gonna do with it. A lot of us is spending 2-3 racks on hair and all type of stuff, man. Nothing that's gonna bring you anything back. So again, I just always in the mindset of having something grow for you, like with my book and like what I'm doing with my stocks and stuff like that. Cause it's like, I don't know why people think positive is corny. You know, like when you talk, like I'll be online and talking about positivity or posting certain stuff, and they get a lot of likes, but it don't get a lot of engagement from people where they like, man, you're right. Or I'll talk to somebody about life insurance or something, and they be like, man, well, I don't really need it. I don't care about it. As soon as that point, I'm like, bruh, just say you're not interested, because it's like saying you don't need it and like I'm talking too big.
Right.
Like, y'all don't be afraid or intimidated by educated people. You know, like, because
that's what we got to make normal.
Yeah, man.
That's what we got to make normal, especially coming with, like, in the black community, like a black man. There's a lot of stuff we need to make normal as a black man. Like,
talk to him.
Something simple as going to the doctor. Something simple like that. Like,
come on,
we
man.
only go to the doctor if somebody gets shot or it's something serious or something. Like, go to the doctor, get checkups. Like,
come on.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't been to the doctor. I need to start going myself.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? But that's something I learned over the years. Like, why I ain't been to the doctor?
See? Because in our community, we're not told that even if mental health, like,
we're
not told to, like, hey, man, let's go see a therapist or something, because our parents didn't do it. Our grandmas didn't do it. It was kind of like, man, shut up. Just be quiet. You'll be all right. But it's like, nah, we a lot of us are dealing with mental trauma. And, like, we need help. You know, not saying we crazy. Yeah.
For sure.
And especially in the neighborhoods, because we're seeing close friends and families, and I know friends that are in it, and they like, man, I just see a lot. So it's like, this is why I act this way. It's not because nothing's wrong with you, but you seen a lot. You've been through a lot, and we all need to go speak with somebody, because we all are dealing with different things, whether you're the richest. That's why a lot of people that have billions and billions, you'll be like, billionaire to commit suicide.
I'm like, trying to tell you, money don't bring happiness. It only bring, you can buy all the material stuff you want to. You can't buy a new brain. You can't buy happiness in your head.
Life again, man.
You feel me?
You gone. You all that money is gone, man. And you wonder that. And I do think about things like that, because you're like, you know what? You can make all the money in the world, but what did you leave a legacy doing?
I'm trying to tell you.
Like, when people die, be like, oh yeah, that was a person, he was just rich, or she was rich, and they died, or you know, that person was rich and wealthy, but they left behind this, they left behind that
for their family with no lessons behind it.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? That's
on,
why we here. We gonna teach what was been taught.
Yep.
We gonna teach what's been taught for sure.
Yep. Y'all
ain't
gonna
no
get
point
a
of
lot
soaking
on
up all
this
this game and we don't give it nobody to give it to.
Man, look, and that's what y'all gonna get from this show. When y'all come on here, y'all gonna get relatability, but you gonna hear from the perspective like, man, I could relate. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper, the guy who you know, does the stocks and brings it.
I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
He's dope.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and I like, cause he said it. He talk about stocks in terms of making it relatable for people that come from it. Making it relatable for people that come from his neighborhood and from the trap.
Let's talk about that though. How we got into that.
I'll talk about that. So I know me. When quarantine hit, man, and everybody was talking about the stock market and everything was down back in March. I once we got our first stimulus check, me and my wife, we put it in the stocks, and that money since doubled since we put all that money in there, man. So I start studying it every day, looking at the numbers, man, and start getting it, and I start seeing how it worked. I'm like, bro, we playing the wrong game. This is what we need to be doing. Stop. So that's how I got into it, and now I'm full fledged with it all.
Yeah. Well, mine was likewise with me too. Though, during quarantine, just having money that was just sitting.
Yep.
And we heard about stocks all our life. Stocks and bonds, this and that.
See,
investing in stock, waiting on the long run to see a profit and all that. Like, I got into it just hearing it all the time, and quarantine, just like, well, how do I do it? Learning about it myself. I bought this course. Shout out to Todd Capital.
Shout out Todd Capital, man.
I bought this course about stocks and buying contracts and all that.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that probably another episode, but that's where it's at too, though, when it comes to stocks.
That's dope.
So, yeah, I just got into it quarantine and just trying to have my money flip. You know what I'm saying? But stocks where it's at, though.
When I saw you was in the stocks, bro, I got so hyped. I'm like, man, no, for real, because I'm like, yeah, hey, that's we'll get it. Because I'm like, again, in our community, even I read a statistic in terms of black people are still behind in terms of investing in the stock market.
That's
you know,
crazy.
we don't know about it. And I mean, we do now, but more people in our community have invested last year, like when the quarantine till now, than ever before, especially millennials. Yeah. So I'm like, y'all, we talking about it, but again, if don't be that person that say it don't make sense to me, I'm confused. I have a course that you can buy for $25 and you can learn the basics, but don't keep saying it's confusing or I don't know how it works.
And it's really not even that confusing. I'ma just let it be known right now, like when it comes to stocks, the way I put it in my perspective, for me to understand it, like invest in something you mess with. Don't go invest in, I mean, it's good to invest in Tesla or whatever, them big name companies, but invest in something you mess with. You know what I'm saying? That you know you're gonna spend money on. Amazon. You gonna see if you shop at Amazon, invest in Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Buy contracts in Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like, to me, it's simple to me.
Nah, and he just told you the game.
And it's just like anything else that a person is selling. Buy for the low,
sell for the high.
Sell it for the high.
Hey, on that note, y'all, we gonna get ready to wrap this show up, man. Again, buy for the low, sell for the high, and that's a great way to segue out of our show for back-end business, because we know when y'all stories, y'all was able to get something for the low and then get rid of it for the high, and continue to find a way to do that over and over. So look, y'all, I'm your host, Rosco No.E.
I'm ATM Spook.
This is the BackEnd Business Podcast Show, episode 1, man, and we looking forward to seeing y'all on the next one, man. Spook, any final words before we get up out of here?
I just want to say, man, just be you and just tune into our episodes every week.
Hey, y'all, I ain't got nothing much more to say. We're going to get up out of here on y'all. On that end, man, this is BackEnd Business, and we're going to see y'all on the back end.
We out.
And that was fire.
Yeah, that was all right.